Hello, happy. Oh, but yeah, I'm gonna start again. Hello, happy campers. It is day 2 of my National Youth Theatre Epic Stages course, and I am still alive, and I still have a smile. So, yay! I am quite tired today. I think my general lack of fitness is starting to rear its ugly head. However, I'm sure by the end of this month that will be completely whipped out of me. So positives everywhere. Today was really cool. Kind of the nerves that I had yesterday, and I think maybe the group did as a whole, have not completely gone, but sort of come away a little bit, which is great. We all kind of are talking a lot more and chilling out a lot more, and just I think really starting to work as an ensemble, have that kind of connection which you need, that kind of like gel and trust, which is great. Like, it's such an encouraging environment to work in. Oh, weird. Yeah, sorry about the general demeanor, like face, hair, everything, but like drama life. I feel a lot more happy today. Not that I didn't yesterday, but just a lot more secure, which is nice. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of what we did today. It's quick because it's late in the fact that I have to get up really early tomorrow and I need to eat. And it would take me so long to describe what we did, because MIT are definitely giving us our money's worth. Like, seriously, they are pushing us and they are teaching us, and it's great. Today I managed to get in at 10 rather than 9:30, so that was nice. And we started off with a little massage. I say little, it was actually quite intense. So you're in partners. One person massages the other, and then the other massages the other. Now, I know that any non-actory people are probably watching this thinking, you really just massage one another? Like, are you training to be porn stars? Well, no. When you spend 10 till 6 prancing about, it's really handy to have your muscles warmed up so you don't give yourself an injury. Sorry about the really loud crow there, that's irritating. Anyway, so the massage is essentially sort of like kneading of the hands and the fingers, and then massaging all of the muscles, all of the arms, never the joints. You don't want to give someone an injury. Down the legs, on the back, just, it's a full thing. I'm probably going to, as I said in my other video, put a list of different exercises and techniques on my blog at the end of this. So if you want more info and like a step-by-step, it'll be there. But it was really great. Like, when you had it done to yourself, it was super relaxing and warming up, but like super relaxing. However, when you had to do it to the other person, you realise just how hard it was. Like, seriously, you have to like knead the muscles to death to try and get some warmth in them. So like an all-round workout, warm up even. Yeah, after we were nice and warmed up, we then played a bit of keepy uppy, literally just like a bouncy ball, trying to keep it up. We did it first in the round, and then we were sort of like moving around the room trying to keep it up. Again, I'm sure there's some people who are like, really? You just throw a ball up and down? Well, yes. And there are lots of like in-depth things behind all of these exercises that really help you, like concentration, awareness, openness to accepting, receiving, doing a million different things, trying to turn your brain off and yet kind of keep your brain on. It's really basic exercises sometimes that actually can have the biggest effect. Then we moved on to another ball exercise, and this was one where you were sort of standing in a circle and you had a smaller, like a tennis ball, and we were throwing it to someone who we'd chosen, and then they'd throw it to someone else and we'd receive it from someone else, and you'd have to remember the pattern and then go with, like, say, I don't know, like 5 or 6 balls going around the circle at the same time. and then you sort of change it, and you know, like the director will shout like change, and you switch it all up, and it's just about really keeping your awareness and keeping alert, because if you're working like really long hours and it's physical and it's like mental tuning in, you need to be able to do these sorts of things and really stay focused. So as I said, there's a multitude of hidden meanings behind all of these games, but I just don't have the time to explain to you now. Oh, crow's chiming in again. So after that we had lunch, which was really nice actually. We all kind of sat outside. Roast Bruford, if you've not been there, is like a great campus. It's like countryside-y, and I think they've got a lake, and it's just really, really nice, and luckily we've been blessed with good weather today, so that's always nice. I really felt like the group was starting, as I said before, to bond. It was nice to just chill out, all talk about, you know, nothing drama related, and just kind of like start to form some friendships, which is nice. Then after we'd had lunch, it was back in the room, and this time we were looking at some text. Sorry about that, the camera died and the Blackbird was kicking off, so it all went mad there for a minute. So as I was saying, we have been lucky enough to be blessed with not only an amazing director but also a writer for our group. And Sabrina, who is the writer, she's a poet, she's like incredible. She is writing a specific piece for us, so it's, you know, it's new work that's essentially just for us, which is really, really incredible, because if you kind of know anything about theatre or film or anything in general, like, to have a director and a writer working with you is really, really special. So yeah, it's a privilege. We came back from lunch, we saw what she's been working on, and it was really cool to just be given that piece of work that we've sort of seen her tapping away at her MacBook and creating, and then we had it there. So we kind of read it through as a group and discussed any initial thoughts and feelings about it, and then we got up and started working. So the first task was to sort of take a section of the script and go away in groups and just do some improv with it, because as is mainly the way in acting, you just need to get up and do it. You know, like, there's nothing beats some action in acting. So we went out and found various places around the campus to just sort of work out what we thought the lines meant to us and how we would like to represent them. We then came back into the space and we had the privilege of performing them in front of Sabrina, which was really cool, because you're kind of like, it's cool but nervous, you know, you're like performing someone's work back to them. But she was sort of saying that it was great because, you know, she'd written it in a certain way, and then we'd brought certain things to it. So yeah, just really creative and a lot of devising going on. You can see the sort of seeds of our performance are starting to sprout up, which is great. After that, we then got into slightly different groups, and we went off for a longer period of time and did some site-specific devising work. So anyone who doesn't know, site-specific is kind of like obvious, but you go and find a specific site and you do your play in that area. So we chose to take people from our room, our rehearsal room, and take them out onto the field and sort of do some work out there, and it was really great. Yeah, so then once we'd done the performances, we came in and we sort of all had a chat about the day, how it made us feel, and it was nice to see that everyone sort of everyone echoed my feeling earlier about, you know, we were all coming together, being a bit more united, just really sort of like feeding off one another's inspiration, all positively lifting one another to create great work. It probably sounds, to anyone who isn't or hasn't ever been in part of the arts, or just doesn't really buy into that a little bit happy clappy of me. However, I would hope that those who know me know that I'm not the most happy clappy of people. And so when I say that it's positive to be around like-minded individuals and to all sort of like have a positive effect on one another, I hope you'll know that I'm not being sort of like holier than thou or happy clappy. I'm genuinely saying it is really, really cool. And I think all of my fears about a 30 strong women group are rapidly flowing away and being replaced by this kind of like impassioned strength that in this male dominated I was going to say world, but I suppose I'll limit it to industry just for the sake of this video, that we're sort of giving it one and really fighting against all the stereotypes that women are just bitchy and they just take one another down and that they can't do things, because we definitely are doing things. And yeah, I feel buzzed. So on that note, before I ramble on for all eternity and don't get to eat, I should say goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow for day number 3. Bye.